Yo, welcome back to another episode of The Source. We're doing more NFL win totals. This episode, New Orleans Saints. The total's set at 8. Remember, September 1st, I'll be giving out my top 5 NFL future bets on both the app and KyleKirms.com, so make sure you check that out September 1st. Welcome to The Source. The Source. Source. Hey, get the sauce. All right, let's dive right into the Saints season. And I know everyone's really excited about their additions, right? They drafted Chris Olave. Then they signed Jarvis Landry, too. They signed a couple safeties, including the Honey Badger, Tyrann Matheau from Kansas City. And they signed Marcus Maye from the Jets. But, yo, can we address who the Saints lost? I mean, they lost Terron Armstead, who, granted, was injured for a majority of last season. But he may be the best left tackle in football. And you replaced him with James Hurst, who Pro Football Focus has ranked as the 31st best left tackle heading into this season. That's quite a drop-off. They also lost both Malcolm Jenkins and Marcus Williams, 2 of their 3 leading tacklers, and 2 huge reasons of why the Saints were so tough to run on last year. So let's dive in. Week 1 at Atlanta. I'm giving the Saints a huge upset loss here to start the season. The only strength that Atlanta has is their corners. They can defend on the sideline. That's not a good matchup for the Saints at all. They were one of the worst rushing teams in the NFL last year. All the Saints have on offense is their weapons on the outside, basically the only area that Atlanta can efficiently defend. New Orleans loses a heartbreaking opener, 0-1. Week 2, this is where the Saints bounce back, beat the Bucs here. I really like the way this Saints team matches up against the Bucs, as we saw them have success last year. So win over Tampa Bay here. Saints go 1-1. Week 3, Saints are going to hate me for this one. This is a loss to Carolina if Christian McCaffrey is healthy. He's kind of like the Antichrist to the Saints defense because he can get the ball in so many different spots. Plus, I think Carolina will put a ton of pressure on Jameis Winston. This is an L here. New Orleans goes 1-2. Next up, more bad news for the Saints. This is a loss here against the Vikings. I actually like the way the Saints match up against Minnesota, but the Vikings have the easiest 3-game homestand. They play Detroit, then the Saints, then the Bears. That's 3 easy wins for the Vikings. Let's not say easy, but that should be 3 wins for the Vikings. So I'm moving the Saints to 1-3 here. Week 5, the Saints losing streak ends. They're going to blow Seattle out. The Seahawks can actually defend the run, but they can't do much against the pass. And Jameis Winston's going to have a huge game here, utilizing all of his weapons. Saints win this one 2-3. Next up, Saints play the defending AFC champion Cincinnati Bengals and pick up a win here. This will be a huge win for the Saints, moving back to 500 with a big win over a big opponent. Cincinnati's coming off the biggest game of their season, Sunday Night Football at Baltimore just the week before. Definite flat spot for the Bengals. Saints win 3-3. Week 7, they're on the road in Arizona. Really tough one to predict here because who knows what we're going to be looking at with this Arizona team. But I believe this is the first week that DeAndre Hopkins returns to the lineup for the Cardinals. So I'm going to go ahead and give the Cardinals the win here. Saints move to 3-4. Following week, home against the Raiders. And you're going to hate me for this, Saints fan, but I'm giving the Raiders a win here just because it's the best spot ever for the Raiders. Check this out. The Las Vegas Raiders have a bye, then home against Houston, and then they travel to New Orleans. Basically, the Raiders are going to be preparing for this New Orleans game for 3 straight weeks. Saints lose, and they move to 3-5. Check this out, though, Saints. I'm giving you a win over the Ravens the next week, and I love the Ravens this year. But Baltimore's going to be coming off a big win. I think they go into Tampa Bay and beat the Bucs the previous week. That's on Thursday Night Football, too, so they have 10 full days off, then come to New Orleans, and I think they come out a little flat. The Saints have a tough enough front 7 to really give the running game problems. Saints pull off an upset here, move to 4-5. Following week, Saints travel to Pittsburgh to play the Steelers, and I think this is going to be a really ugly game. I'll give the win to the Saints just because who's even playing quarterback for the Steelers. One thing the Steelers can do is pressure the quarterback. So I think the Saints offense is actually going to have some problems in this game. The problem is I don't think the Steelers offense can do anything on the Saints. So I think the Saints offense is actually going to have some problems in this game. The problem is I don't think the Steelers offense can do anything on the Saints defense. So give New Orleans a win there, move back to 500, 5-5. Next week, week 11, home against the Super Bowl champion Rams. Bit of a flat spot for the Rams because it's the week before the Rams travel to Kansas City to play Patrick Mahomes. Doesn't matter. Rams are winning this game. I'm sorry, Saints. I think the Rams might struggle for the first half maybe, but overall, no. Rams win this one. Saints move to 5-6. Following week at San Francisco, and a tough one to call here. We know the 49ers are going to have a good run game. We know that they're going to have a good defense. We know they're going to be well coached. What we don't know is how Trey Lance is going to look at quarterback. Either way, I'm giving the 49ers the win here. That 49er defense on the road across the country, that's a tough ask for Jameis Winston and the Saints offense. 49ers win, Saints move to 5-7. Following week, Monday Night Football. Sorry, Saints, you're not going to sweep Tom Brady this year. I gave you the Week 2 game. You lose this one. So Saints drop all the way to 5-8. Here's some good news for the Saints. So after that Monday Night Football game against Tampa Bay, you head into the bye, and then you have a much easier end of the, tail end of the schedule. For example, you open up out of the bye home against Atlanta. That's a W, 6-8. Next up, on the road in Cleveland. Really tough spot to play. We know the Browns can run the ball and stop the run. Really tough to call, though, because we don't know what Deshaun Watson's deal is. Is he going to be quarterback for the Browns? I'm assuming by week 16 he probably is, which means I'm going to have to give the edge to Cleveland here because I think the Browns are going to start off slow and then actually be a pretty decent team towards the end of the season. I think the Browns pick up this win here. Saints drop to 6-9. Week 17 at Philly. Obviously, the Eagles run-heavy offense. Saints defense matches up really well against them. And the Eagles are coming off the biggest game of their season, the week previous at Dallas. So Saints win this one. New Orleans moves to 7-9. Last game of the season, if you watch my Panthers video, you know I already gave this game to the Saints. So New Orleans moves from 7-9 to 8-9. New Orleans finished 8-9. So what was their win total at again? 8. So that gives us nothing. Looks like a push, but of course, I'm going to pick a side. If I had to pick a side, I'll give them that Cleveland game and move them to 9 wins and take the over. This one will not be in my top 5 win total bets on September 1st. I can guarantee you that. All right, that's it for this one. Make sure you check out the Sauce Network app and the website for that September 1st post. Also, I'll be posting picks all year for every sport, so make sure you check that out. Anything changes, I'll let you know on social media, Twitter, Instagram Story, and Facebook, so make sure you check out one of those 3 platforms before you place your bets.